be an we're what up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, guys.
Shake it out.
Channel, guys. Y'all, we got a good video today. We got a good video. We just got off of a session, and guess who we found? Little lizard Queen Elizabeth is trying to hijack some people. Talking about she owned the souls, y'all. I think this is very much tied into Kate Middleton and why the whole palace system is falling down, why Merker William is missing in action, the kids is missing. Do they really have cancer? Girl, I don't know what's going on over there, but this is what we're going to talk about. Kiki, go ahead and introduce yourself, girl.
Hi, everyone. I am Kia. I am your spiritual quantum telekinetic technician in the flesh, live. We're just shaking it out here, you guys. Shake it out. We are just like getting deep into these sessions with all of you. We're learning so much every single session. We are learning, we are growing, we are revealing, we're healing, we're transmuting, we're dissecting, we're scalping, we're doing energy facials, we're doing what? Weight loss, we're doing what? Everything, all the things.
Reconstructive, like memory loss, eyesight, brain fog, extreme fatigue, heart problems, heart palpitations. We are literally going in, and you guys are showing up in pairs, and we are literally healing you guys' karmic debt. Like, it is getting interesting out here. So just book for your own quantum telekinetic reading with remote healing, guys. You can come in pairs too. If you would like to bring a friend or a family member, you can book that with 2-hour or 3-hour sessions. But just nevertheless, just email instructions number 4 humanity@gmail.com, and we want to have you guys try our energy facials, girl.
You guys, I had one today. Okay, and I don't know. What do you think?
Get into it.
Do I look too fleshy looking? Because I feel hot.
You know what Kiahe said? She was like, hey, they're gonna need to come and get their energy facials before people mistake them as clones.
Guys, the color tone, the energy, this just like, now I can see. I just saw a couple of clones, on our feed, and I'm just like, oh, I'm like, Tahira, you need to get one of these facials. We need to get you in. We need to get everyone in for these facials. We don't want you getting mistaken for a clone up in these streets. Guys, these streets are getting clony, okay? They're getting clony.
That's funny. Okay, let's get into it. Sorry, y'all. Me and Kiahe, we have to.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This client session, this was interesting. I'll just tell you, and then I'll let Kiahe tell her bit. So, this beautiful woman lives in Australia. Australia is part of the Commonwealth, right? So this was very, very interesting how the queen popped up in this session. And she was like, baby, I own your soul. And I was like, no, you don't own her soul. Give me that back, right? No, but seriously, this is what happens. So guys, in the beginning of the sessions, we just start doodling. We start drawing, and spirit starts to communicate. And so all of a sudden I start drawing like a spaceship, right? And the spaceship had a head on top. And it turned out that the spaceship I drew was an actual spaceship, but she was the head. What we found was there was a little, this don't sound cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but if you know, then you know. I saw in my mind's eye, there was like a spaceship inside of her third eye, using her eye. She's been having eye problems. She's been losing her sight in the right eye. Was using her right eye as a controller to steer the ship.
Yeah.
This is what I saw, and Kiahe saw it too. And they put up barricades, right? So we couldn't like see what they were doing.
We almost passed out. Also, it was heavy, and it was like they were siphoning her energetic body, her electrical body. Yeah. It was like an unplug, and they plugged in. you saw it before me. I was just unplugged because, I'm in their energy body.
Right.
So I'm just like, Tahira, Mayday, Mayday. I was calling Mayday, like, what, for 15 minutes? I
Yeah.
literally was like, I turned off the camera, I put my head down, and I'm just like, Mayday, Mayday. She saved me, pulled me out of it, and I went in. She goes, I want to talk to that bee. I'm like, it's a celestial body. I want to talk to it. Let's ask us who it is. Turned her face around. Whose face did she have? None other than the Queen.
Queen Elizabeth, y'all.
Queen Elizabeth, you guys. Her face was the Queen, cloaked in a celestial body. Okay. If you are on a, if you're one of your abilities is to see celestial bodies, then make sure you ask the celestial body that you're viewing to turn around and ask its name. Because unless we didn't ask. Tahira said, ask who this is. Who is this being? I'm like, I don't know. She's a celestial being. Ask, who are you? What is your name? Then she turns around, and that's how we knew who she was. I would have thought she was a celestial being there as a guide or an angel or someone there to support me. No, 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 no. She was cloaked in a celestial body, you guys. So
That was,
we had to send her back through that portal.
she was a hard removal girl. I was getting angry over here. She had like decalcified her third eye, the client's third eye,
Mm-hmm.
was actually causing huge issues in both eyes. This eye she was using as a controller. This eye she put roots in through this eye all the way to the throat chakra, the right side, to plant herself and root herself in this poor woman, right? And get this, when I asked this Queen Elizabeth, I asked, well, who gave you the authority to be here? And she said, I gave it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, how did you do that? She was like, I own her. So this goes to go back to the Commonwealth. If when you literally, I don't care who you're living under, we are all enslaved. If you're living under the
Yep.
United States, the presidencies, you are like, that birth certificate, they own your children when you sign that. And she said that she owned her because they were living in Australia, which is, a
Yep.
Commonwealth country. So all of the people, how many people is this happening to? Queen Elizabeth is trying to get back here. She must
Yep.
see a Williams in a pickle. She must see that Charles, girl, I don't even know if Charles is alive at this point. We already know where Kate is. And now I'm starting to think that some of the children ain't here either. She's trying to get back and steer the ship because the whole thing is falling down.
William is in panic. Like my heart gets palpitations when I connect to his energy. He is in a panic, but he is still in that toxic masculine energy. 100%. This guy is not budging on this stance that he's taking. He is owning this toxic masculinity, owning it,
Yeah.
owning it. This is me. This is mine. This is me. This is mine. This is me. This is mine. This is how he feels when I connect. And so that's why the queen, I feel like she is, that's her heartbeat. I mean, it's a symbiotic relationship.
He's
They
attached to him.
he's attached. Yeah,
Attached to him,
very
not
much
even
so.
necessarily Charles. It's not. She's
Mm-mm,
attached to him. And that's why he's still
mm-mm,
staying toxic. And that's why he won't change with the
mm-mm.
times. Just think about it.
Yep.
Like all of the youth, everyone's changing with the time. He's not even old
Mm-hmm,
enough to be as rigid as he is, but he is. He
mm-hmm,
has her temper.
mm-hmm.
She's also
Yep.
attached to him, controlling him. This is probably what happened to poor Kate too, girl. I wouldn't even be surprised if one night Queen just was hungry or something. I mean, y'all, I'm joking on that one. You guys watch the Royals playlist, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't put anything past these people. Like, it's getting freaky, frat, crazy out here in these spiritual streets. These spiritual streets, girl. I don't even know what to say anymore, Kiki.
Honestly, what can we say? It is what it is. We can't even make this up. We
Yeah.
can't even make it up. I'm looking at these people on the feed. These are clones. They're not even real. There's no heartbeat. I cannot even connect. There's no electrical field to connect to. There's nothing there. It's just vacant, robotic, just distractions, feeding you a distraction, feeding you an illusion. But I do pick up on, yeah, those two, they're still at it. They're
And
still going at it.
because guys, in our sessions, when you guys come with your pairs, your either your significant other or your children or brother and
Mhm.
sister, whatever, we always find how one person's healing is the opposite person's healing, and vice versa. A lot of you guys are sharing heart chakras, whole chakra
Mhm.
systems, third eyes. We've had a client, mother and child, share a third eye system up here. We had
Mhm.
mother and child share this whole upper chakra systems. We've had, the twin
Mhm.
flames share the
Yeah.
same heart. Like, we are all literally connected to, the people in our family and the people that are in our soul groups and clusters,
Mhm.
right? And so this is what's going on with the Queen and Willie and Prince.
Mhm.
And this is
Yeah.
why it's going down, because the queen is no longer here. And the fact that she is attached to him, trying to keep this sinking ship, it's going down. This energy has left the building. We are no longer in this rulership. We're moving back to collective group consciousness. And in order for that to happen, all this old stuff has to get torn down. It has to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been loving these couple sessions and these family sessions because a lot, healing, when you see how connected one's dis-ease and one's mental, emotional, spiritual
Yeah.
ascension is so affected by their partner. When you have a significant other or a child, you are so bonded and you are just like a whole symbiotic being. And it's like there needs to be, if there's some issues there going on, like we had one, right, with the writer's block. And
Yeah.
she had a writer's, and so this is so interesting. I learned this in that session. That writer's block the root cause of that writer's block was because she was holding and healing her partner's womb and holding her inner child for healing. And so when we returned it back to
Mhm.
the other partner, because the partner has to heal her own inner child, then that writer's block was healed. That was amazing.
That's
That
amazing.
was so beautiful. She is writing her book now, and I can't wait for it to come out. I know it's going to be number one. So
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is just kind of
that was
crazy, guys. But we
exciting.
we wanted to really just bring this to you guys as a warning, because Queen Elizabeth is on the prowl, and not just her, all these other royals, they are literally freaking out, where they are literally trying to use people as a
Yeah.
jump room to come in here to try to grasp their last bit of power. This is why we keep talking about being high vibrational, becoming the giant of your soul.
Yep.
This client was in a low point, going through some issues in her marriage, and everything was it was COVID, and everything was just kind of the energy was just down, and that's what they use. They want to pull you down to make your energy supple enough for implantation, guys. So that's why we always must be high vibing and eat, to live. Eat high vibrational foods too. That's gonna keep the queen away from you. Kiki, what did she look like in the face when you turned her around?
She just had this heavy, like drooping face. And it looked just, her mouth, her snout, right? It
Yeah.
just has this distinct like snout.
Mm.
That's really what it draw me. It's not her eyes. I mean, she still has those like low eyes, and that was interesting too with her client. She was
Big
making her client's
eye.
eye droop too. Remember?
Yes.
So that was her eyelids were like low,
Yes.
and
Was
then
her
her
eye was
snout.
drooping. And it's
Mm-hmm.
funny, when we after we removed Queen Elizabeth, her little alien being, that
Mm-hmm.
was strange, yeah. After we removed her, we literally gave her like an energy facial. Because after that removal, everything was
Her eyes went up.
up.
It was amazing. Even her skin color came back, which is what made me think of, getting those facials so you're not mistaken for a drone because She was pretty pale before that in the beginning, and then by the end of that hour, literally like pretty close to my color tone. It was amazing.
Back to life. It was just, it was wow. It was amazing. But
It
this is
was
what's going
amazing.
on. That's why we need to get in here and do these removals. A lot of you guys come and you just have fatigue, chronic
Hmm.
fatigue. You either have a negative attachment. It's always a negative attachment, even if it's not showing up as a literal entity. It's showing up as pain, regret, spirit, regret. That's not a word. So
Regretment. Regretment.
regretment. Kiki, write
I'm
that
gonna write it down.
one down. We're gonna use that. But this
I'm looking
showing up as, parasites and this and that. There is something foreign in your system if you're not feeling right. If
Yeah.
there is something foreign, absolutely, guys.
Hmm.
So this was just a quick video, just because this
Hmm.
was just an interesting client session, and I'm just like,
Right.
is the queen coming? Because we've been doing a lot of content about Kate Middleton. Like, why would this client show up here? But I think that what me and Kiahe have been tapping into, a lot of you guys are representing the collective. And I think that
Hmm.
what we are doing is we're actually healing the collective. You guys are just representing a bigger issue, right?
Hmm.
And
Absolutely.
let's,
That's really what we're seeing more and more every single session is like, that's a collective issue. That's a whole grid space held, by these principalities that's our work, is you're coming to us and we're literally abolishing and dissolving these principalities and grid spaces
love that.
that
Just
are low vibration. We're going higher and higher. We're stomping on these
yeah,
lower vibrations, guys. Jump, skip, hop, do backflips, do whatever you can. Get your vibe high, you guys. Get it high.
right?
Get
And
it
it's
high.
funny how you said abolish, because that's what's going on behind the scenes. I keep pulling this. Behind the scenes, the monarchy has already been abolished. I'm getting that. The countries, they have a list of countries. They already have an end date, and what they're doing is they're winging them off slowly. So let's say a country might have a contract for the next 20 years. They are going to be winging them off. This is what's going on. It's already been done. They're just trying to unmantle it where you guys don't think that there's anything wrong, but it's already been decided. And they want to hang on to the collective. The collective energy is saying, we want to abolish this. We don't want anyone above us. We want our own sovereignty. It's funny because they represent being the sovereign, but no, humanity is saying we are our own sovereign being. We are in control of ourselves. So I thought that was interesting, guys. I'm going to leave it right there. Is there anything else you want to say?
I mean, this is what our true currency is our sovereignty, our sovereignty, owning your energy back, owning yourself again, truly owning your energy signature. This is the true currency. This is the true currency.
Wow. Your energy.
Passion, guys.
That right there, take that to the bank. Yes.
I'm here for it.
To the bank.
It's true. We're here for it.
Love it. All right, guys, we are gonna tap out of here. Subscribe
Yes.
and go ahead and book your own quantum telekinetic reading with remote healing, guys. Just email instructions for humanity@gmail.com, guys, and we will see you.
Be well. See you at your QTH.
Bye.